Hello, Taurus. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the second half of October from the 16th through the 31st. General reading as always, guys. Please keep that in mind throughout this reading. Take from it what makes sense for you and release what doesn't. So I'm going to be doing something very similar to what I do offer on my Instagram, little mini readings as well as the YouTube shorts and on TikTok, where I take a look at letters that could be a part of your person's name as well as zodiacs. But this is obviously going to be a longer reading, so we'll dive a little bit deeper into certain aspects of the connection. So let's start with that, Taurus, and let's see who's thinking about you, who's coming towards you. So let's grab some letters here that could either be, of course, a part of your person's name. It could even include your initials, letters that are a part of your name, and maybe both zodiacs that could represent both of you. So we'll see how that comes through here. We have a J, F, we have an N. So we'll grab a few cards from here. W, H, we have an L. I'm guided to pull these two right here. We have a B, we have Y. Let's grab two more. We have a G right here. And lastly, we have an E. So if any of these letters are jumping out at you, representing yourself, your person, or, both of you guys, let's take a look and see what significance, this reading has for the connection entering into the second half of the month. If none of these letters make sense for you, that doesn't mean the messages cannot still resonate with you. So definitely continue to tune in and see where this goes. I can't speak today. All right, let's go ahead and grab some zodiac signs here for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and grab 6 out of the 12. We're starting off with Libra, Aquarius. We have Aries coming through here. So it could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for either of you. Cancer. We have Scorpio, and one last sign. We have Pisces. Okay, so Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's really interesting that this represents all water energy right here. So maybe both of you guys have water in your chart, if that makes sense. All right, so let's set these guys aside and keep that in mind throughout this reading. And I wanted to go ahead and add to this some characteristics that could describe your person, of course. It could even be picking up off of you and your description, characteristics. So I'm going to be using my Enlightened Mystery Oracle deck, Volume 1 and 2. I have combined both of them. As you can see, there's a lot of cards right here, and they're big cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and fan them out. I've already pre-shuffled them. And let's grab some descriptions of who this person might be. And again, some of these cards could be describing yourself. Your ideal mate is very romantic and affectionate. If you happen to also be single and unattached right now, and you happen, of course, to be Taurus here, then this could be giving you an indication of who is coming towards you as far as a new love connection. We do have X coming in. Did we get X? Let me just check that. No, we did not. So we could add X to the list of letters we already have for this reading. Your ideal mate loves to sing and dance. Maybe this is something that you both really enjoy doing, or somebody might do this for a living. Could be very gifted and talented in that way. Your ideal mate is very smart and highly educated. So, maybe they've got a degree. They could be very well educated, as it says. Just very intelligent, very smart. You and your ideal mate will be a match made in heaven. So that's really a nice card, letting us know that you guys are a perfect match. Let's grab a few more here. We can add O to the list. God, is my memory that short that I don't remember the letters that came through? Yeah, we can add O to the list. Okay, so let's see what else. Your person's birthday will be in December. So if we're looking at December birthdays here, Sagittarius and Capricorn. Okay, that could be your person. Your person's zodiac could be Leo as well. So we have quite a few zodiac signs presenting itself here. We're going to grab a few more And then we'll take a look at what's going on in the connection. We've got N coming in. We have L, so lots of letters coming through in this reading, representing perhaps both of you. We have A, so some of these letters are duplicates, and I'm guided to pull 2 more here. Your person loves to drink, whether it's water or coffee or tequila. You know, maybe some of you guys might have connected when you were just out with friends and just a casual date perhaps, you know, and just found that this person really loves to, you know, have a cup of coffee, or they love tequila. Maybe there's something very specific there. Or you guys just enjoy going out for some drinks, whatever that significance is. Let's grab one more. Your person's birthday will be in September. So September birthdays, we are looking at Virgo and Libra specifically. And I know that we ended up getting Libra that came through already. All right, so let's go ahead, guys, and see what is going on when it comes to your connection. All right, so that's giving us some descriptions of who's thinking of you, who's coming towards you. And let's dive into the situation and see what it is for the collective we need to be aware of at this time. So let me just gather up these cards here and set them aside. All right, so moving on, I'm going to pull from the Romance Angels. When it comes to this partnership, Taurus, what is it that is significant for the second half of the month? What is going on in this connection that you need guidance on? For this love and life reading, angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. Chemistry. Okay, that's a really nice card coming through. There's a strong magnetic attraction here between you and your person. Obviously, if you resonate with that, you already feel that when it comes to this individual. If you guys are at a distance from one another, we do have the reconciliation card that is coming through. Someone from your past is returning to your life. We do have the trust card also presenting itself here. The situation's calling for you to have faith. We have children. Some of you guys could have already had children together. Your love life is being affected by your family dynamic here, your children, or a child if you don't have more than one. But we do have red flags that are presenting itself here too. The signs are cautioning you. So let's grab some tarot to clarify why these cards are coming through this way. So I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck, Volume 2. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this love and life reading for the second half of October. We've got the 8 of Wands. Okay, so for some of you guys, you could be dealing with a fire sign here. We've already got some fire sign references that did present itself here. Okay, so Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is rapid action right here, guys. All right, so when it comes to a possible reconciliation, perhaps, this is somebody who really wants to get things moving towards that direction. Maybe they've struggled with just reaching out, or at least taking that first necessary step to get the ball rolling towards reconciliation. But I feel perhaps they're getting ready to make a move or to communicate. The possibility towards this reconciliation, it's coming through very positively here through the 6 of Wands, because this can have a very victorious feel to it, a successful union, two people who are at a distance from one another. But, you know, definitely you guys had to detach and somebody let go here. Either you did, Taurus, or the other person. But I feel this time away from one another was very helpful for both of you, because this is about seeing things from new angles and new perspectives, having a different understanding of the situation. And if there were trust issues, sometimes you have to get yourself out of the fire, so to speak, you know, to just step away for a second so that you can reassess the situation and ultimately figure out, you know, why is this happening? What's going on here? Because it definitely makes way for change, and it definitely makes way for improvements in a situation and in your life. We've also got the 2 of Wands right here. Okay, so this is about focusing on the future and where it is that you see yourself going. Do you see yourself reconciling with this person, or is this simply coming through because the individual that you are at a distance from is focused on wanting to manifest that? But if it is something that you're looking towards, you got to be mindful of what this is all about, because we've got red flags that are popping up. You know, did somebody do something really foolish here? That we've got the Fool card coming through. Somebody who just wasn't ready to settle down. They wanted to explore. They wanted to be this free spirit, just taking a look at what else was out there. But if they really do want to be a part of your life, this involves taking a risk, you know, taking that leap of faith. Doesn't guarantee that they're going to have this reconciliation with you if you're on a very different page, Taurus. But a new beginning, nonetheless, is what's being offered here. The Queen of Cups is someone who's very intuitive. You know, perhaps Divine Feminine, you need to use that intuition to tap into what these red flags might represent. You can't sweep it under the rug. You cannot ignore it. So definitely focus on that, because you don't want to have a reconciliation with all of these lingering issues from the past. Part of that past might involve this card right here with the Lover's card. There could have been outside influences from people that could have represented a third party or infidelities. You know, somebody might have had a lover, and that definitely contributed to the trust issues here, and why we might have a red flag that is cautioning you. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini specifically also. The Lover's card, it's about choices. Making better choices, perhaps, when it comes to romance and relationships. I have a feeling here somebody did not make a good choice. They made the wrong choice. And that might have ended up hurting you and created distance, separation. You guys just being at a distance from one another is what I'm getting here energetically. So you yourself, Taurus, have to make wise choices. You know, definitely be mindful of what it is that your next step might ultimately be when it comes to this person. Because not all reconciliations are good ones, you know. Sometimes the past is better off left in the past. And if they're coming towards you wanting a new beginning, you have to make sure that they're not dragging all of this drama with them. There could have been some money issues here between you and this person. There's this element of scarcity that comes along with that. So maybe you guys were either bickering about money, somebody wasn't working, somebody was perhaps doing all the work and the other person wasn't doing enough. But I'm just getting from your energies here, Taurus, that you were dealing with a situation where there was lack when it comes to finances and just overall feeling poor, you know, for lack of a better word, whether that has anything to do with finances or not. I'm just getting from your vibe here for this reading that there were times when you felt something was missing and that you didn't have enough, whether that was enough attention, enough money, enough love, affection, whatever it is. There's something here that I'm picking up that you didn't have what it was that you needed. You know, and that might explain this, you know, why we've got the Death card here. That does represent Scorpio specifically. Okay, so it came to an end for a reason. And there's also a significance to why the Scorpio card is coming through. But this is one of those cards where, as dire as it might have felt when things ended, or whatever the reason was as to why it ended, it's almost as if life is teaching you to go in a particular direction where you can grow and learn from this, because this is also a card of new beginnings. You know what I mean? It's like one door needed to close in order to give you another door to open. And I get that very same energy from the World card, because there are cycles that need to complete. That equates to the same type of energy for me. a door that needs to close in order to open up a new one. That's much better for you. That can offer you fulfillment and happiness, new beginnings, starting fresh, starting over. So if this is what you need right now, is to go into hermit mode, that might actually be very helpful for you. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a Virgo specifically, or you could have Virgo in your chart. There's this need to just have some alone time, to be able to assess your situation, figure things out in your heart, your mind, your very soul, what it is that you want, what it is that you want to manifest. So even though this is on the table, that doesn't mean you should jump right in and get right back into the situation. It came to an end for a reason, Taurus. So tread lightly, you know? You've got these red flags to address. And again, it's very important for you to focus on advancing and creating progress in your life. Looking ahead, not looking back. So even though with that Knight of Pentacles, even though things might be moving slowly, that's actually a good thing, because you don't want to get into a situation where you move in so quickly towards this reconciliation. Perhaps you've been wanting that so badly, and here's this person, hey, let's get back together. But if they're bringing drama, if they're bringing red flags with them, are you really going back to somebody that got you into all that drama? So just be mindful of the choices that you do make. And that's why you've got that Lover's card right here. You could care for them, love them, hold a very special place in your heart for them. But they have to be respectful. They have to treat you right. They can't be coming towards you, creating this energy where you guys are just going back to where you began. And things fell apart and you guys were not getting along. And whatever those red flags represent, if it's not addressed, it might eventually be a short-term reconciliation where you guys get back together, come up with the same old issues, and break up again. Okay, so just be mindful of that. We clearly have, with the Five of Cups, some old wounds that need healing. That might still be coming to the surface because it has not been dealt with. I feel, for some of my feminines, if you happen to be a cross watcher and if you're watching for a masculine specifically, that is the Taurus here, they might have started off as someone who was immature. But what is coming through for me is that they have grown. They've evolved. They have changed. They're not the same person that they were. So in those instances, if that's truly what you're seeing with your own eyes in the 3D, then I'm feeling those situations might be worth giving this person another opportunity to come back into your life, because you're seeing it with your own eyes that they've done work on themselves. If you're not seeing it, then the work hasn't been done. The lessons have not been learned, you know? And we've got this double energy right here. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn right there. So somebody who might have addictive behavior, old wounds that we see here, unhealthy attachments, obsessions, temptations, whatever that represents could be tied into those red flags. And I would just hate for them to be able to drag you back down after you've done work on yourself, if indeed you have. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this first portion of this reading. Taurus, if you'd like to follow me over to my Patreon page, we're going to dig a little bit deeper and we're going to take a look at this person's heart space, the physical connection, some 3D messages, 5D as well, messages from their higher self. We're going to grab some musical insight as well, musical messages, and wrap things up with some angel advice, healing messages for the collective. So I'd love to see you guys over there. That information for my Patreon page is down below in the description box. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so very much, as always, for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.